Quentin Coldwater?
Uh-huh.
I'm Eliot. You're late.
That is actor Hale Appleman in the new sci-fi drama, The Magicians. It's all about a secret university specializing in magic and the young students who discover the fantasy may pose a real danger. The show is premiering later this month on the SyFy channel, and one of the stars is here. Hale Appleman, welcome to the KCAL 9 News at Noon newscast.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, we're talking about a world of magic, a university.
Yeah.
Sounds like, we were talking about it earlier, kind of like Harry Potter, the next generation, like where the students go after Hogwarts.
Sure. Yes, in a way. The books are written by Lev Grossman, who's a genius, and he essentially is reimagining these fantasy worlds that have certain inspirations, you could say, from Harry Potter and Narnia, but it sort of turns them on their head, and it asks questions about what it's like to really be an adult in the world. When you find out that magic is real and you're struggling with coming to terms with, you know, all of the challenges of being an adult in the real world and what that has to bring.
And that having this magic and this power also comes with some consequence as well, right?
Absolutely. I think every character goes through their own personal journey, and magic sort of grows out of the challenge and the pain of growing up and becoming a real person.
I saw that in the trailer, magic is pain,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about your character in the show?
Sure, yes. Eliot is sort of a very complex guy. He's a mass of contradictions. He projects an air of sophistication and confidence, and he's hiding from his past, and he's covering a lot of vulnerability. He's wearing a mask, this sort of aesthetic dandy persona that he's putting on. And he's incredibly powerful and vulnerable. He's incredibly sharp and witty, and has a great sense of humor.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look of a clip of the show. Here is The Magicians.
Follow me.
Okay. Hey, where am I?
Upstate New York.
Upstate, but I wish just... Hey, okay, what is this place?
Break Bills University. You've been offered a preliminary exam for entry into the graduate program.
Am I hallucinating?
If you were, how would asking me help? Come on, or you'll miss it.
You are very confident in your character. Your character is very confident.
He's a confident guy, yeah, or he's pretending to be.
Now, X-Men and other shows, everyone has their special power. In this world of magic, do people specialize in certain arts or certain...
Yes, in a way, each student is sort of given a focus. And Eliot is a physical kid, which has to do with physical magic, manipulating any kind of physical reality, any object, that kind of thing.
So this is going to have a nice, broad, wide audience interest. I think a lot of people are going to love this show.
I hope so.
All right, Dale, thank you so much. For more information about The Magicians and Hale Appleman, just go to kcal9.com and click Seen on TV. Thanks.